Hello, everybody. Brock Farrell here, and today I decided since I know I don't have an about me section or anything on my YouTube page, I thought I'd do some Q&A questions for you guys to get to know me better and find out what got me into the gaming world and want to make videos. So let's begin. I wrote my questions out that I'm going to ask myself here, and I'm going to answer them for you guys. So, here we go. How did you get into the world of gaming? Well, um, I believe on YouTube when I was very little, I learned how to play which is one of the most popular games of all time now, Minecraft. I love to watch Minecraft videos. Um, and there were some games that I probably shouldn't have watched back then. Like there was DayZ, which was a online survival game. Well, I wouldn't say online survival. It was a survival game where about zombies come out at night and stuff. And I would watch Team Fortress 2, which is kind of like an animated shooting game, is how I would best describe it. It's rated T for teen, I think, or in for mature. I can't remember now. But anyway, I watched I watched those kinds of games. But back then, Minecraft was my number one. Who inspired you to become a gamer? Well, actually, there's a few. There's actually a couple YouTubers that inspired me to become a gamer. Number one, I first started watching Gamers Dezent, which is now known as Italics. He would do gameplays on DayZ, Team Fortress 2, a bunch of Minecraft stuff. He would also do Would You Work? Is it worth it or should you buy videos? And he would also do reviews on multiple games, and I would enjoy watching those. He also had a collaborator by the gamer tag name Runaway Hexagon. And I really liked him in the videos. I watched him and Runaway Hexagon play a bunch of Minecraft videos. And then later on, I would discover another YouTuber by the name of the 8-Bit Theater. It was a father and son gaming channel, and they were huge inspirers for me. They once again brought more into my love of Minecraft videos. They also did gaming videos on other great games that I found enjoyable, and they really inspired me to become a gamer. How did you get your first console? Well, it was given to me by my uncle on Christmas Eve 2013. I got a PS3 for Christmas Eve that day. Oh, and back to the previous question, they also introduced me into Skylanders, which I absolutely loved. So Skylanders was a huge number one for me, and I definitely wanted it. And I started collecting the figures before I even got the game. But thankfully, it was when I started collecting the figures, it was the same year that I got my PS3. So I think I started collecting them in October or November. I'd say October of 2013, and then like I said, Christmas Eve is when I got the actual starter pack, and I got my first ever gaming console and was obsessed. How did you develop over time? Well, in terms of my gaming stuff, I developed very, very slowly, which I think that's what a lot of YouTubers should do, or gamers. They should progress slowly over time and look at other games. Look at what fits your category in terms of gaming. Um, I got another. Once again, my uncle would give me another console on Christmas Day of 2019. He gave me the PS4. I was really wanting it. And then I believe, let's see here. It's a little bit hard for me to remember some of this stuff. I apologize. But in 2021, I believe on St. Patrick's Day, I bought myself a PlayStation 2 because I started to notice that games for the PS2 were slowly climbing back up again. And I was wanting to know why. And after further investigation, I found out that the PS2 was pretty much the golden age of gaming, and now people were starting to go back to it because EA was doing crappy jobs of Madden, FIFA, all those sports games that I enjoyed, and I found out that people like the old one so much better. So that's what inspired me to go back in time to those. And I would find out later on that my PS1, not PS1, I never owned a PS1 console, but that my PS2 would play PS1 games. And one day I decided to do a test on my PlayStation 3, and sure enough, it was able to play PS1 games too. So so pretty much I got another console from that. Soon after, I would figure out how to download PS2 games onto the computer to play them on there. I still struggle with the controller matching it up to the computer, but I've heard it's a really tedious process. It's like when you press a button to match or replace another one. A lot of people are saying just keep going at it until you're able to finally figure it out. And it's very annoying, but you'll eventually get it. And I found out there's another plug-in adapter I could get to make the PS2 controller work a little bit better in terms of the buttons. But I think I have another idea of how to do it, so I'm going to try that before I jump into another software. But I'm really hopeful one day I'm going to record some PS2 games. The only one I've ever done on this channel is Knockout Kings 2002 because it was one of my favorite games, and considering Ali is in it, I actually got some views from it. So it was a very fun game for me to play. What advice would you give to people who want to be a gamer? Well, any advice that I would give to people who want to be a gamer is, well, there can be some games that are hits, but you just don't like them. If you're a person like me who who doesn't like a certain game, but it's turned out to be a hit. Like I know Street Fighters is a pretty ginormous hit for PlayStation. But if you are not really a fan of it or don't really know what it is, don't force yourself to play it. Because it's likely going to be a bad video when you try to force yourself to like the game. You're not really going to be appreciated as much. Another piece of advice I would like to give is go based on the hits, try out different games, even look them up before you buy them so you know exactly what you're getting in your experience, I should say. That's going to really help you out a lot in the long run. What were your favorite games then and now? Oh man. I actually have quite a lot. My favorite games back then were especially Skylanders and Disney Infinity. I loved all that Toys for Life to Life genre. Back then, I thought that was the coolest thing ever when that happened. But it's I don't really look at that much. I decided that I had to interact more with the community in order to be more of a success. I wanted to interact with the community, and I found out that was one of the best things. Sorry, my dog is barking over there. But anyway, um, I so interact with the community is another piece of advice I would give to people. Interact with the community, the fans, play with them online, really get to know them, and that's another reason of how I developed. I was really told not to play mature games where you do online and stuff like that, but I found out that's not really a good approach if you want to really succeed. So my best suggestion: interact with other people online. That's your best bet. I started with Call of Duty. I had Battlefield, and I have other games that were considered hits that I had to kind of grow and develop into. And I'm really glad that people are viewing my stuff. It really means a lot to me now, and it really makes my dreams come true there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Um, and I hope if you did, smash that like button. Oh yeah, another favorite game have now is probably I like anything by Tony Hawk now, even though they're challenging. I like anything by Tony Hawk, and I like the Portal franchise. It's awesome. Um, and I like a bunch of other different games too. There's so many I could go on and on. But anyway, like I was saying, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.